What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot, especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
People start to realize our differences aren't as big as they seem.
I couldn't really understand the magnitude of what was going on.
I know a lot of people were affected.
You know, it's still that divide.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network and Wish TV, this is Our City, Our Voice.
You look a lot different at it.
Everybody was kind of spinning about what it was and what was happening.
Everything's changed.
Everything's changed.
Marion County, Indiana's most populous county, became majority non-white between 2020 and 2023. That's according to recently released U.S. Census Bureau data. Joining me now to have a conversation and break down exactly what this means, multicultural contributor Emil Ekiyor. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's dive right in. What is the significance of the demographic shift, and what factors, aside from those obvious changes, contribute to the loss of some 8,000 residents?
So what happens in cities like Indianapolis, urban core cities, is when people decide they want to have a family, they want their kids to go to good schools, they just want a community to grow a family. Most of the time people get married and then move into the suburbs. So what we've seen in Indianapolis is the suburbanization of the city, where more people are moving to the outskirts of Indianapolis. So we have our outskirts suburbs growing at a fast rate. We also talked about this in previous segments where we talked about people who graduate from universities that get an initial job, but after 4 or 5 years they leave to go to different cities as well. So when you look at that happening all together, you have what we have today, where we have 80,000 Hoosiers, 8,000 citizens or residents of Marion County moving out to the suburbs or even relocating to other cities to go get jobs.
So when you talk about these numbers, 8,000 people, you can't not talk about the socioeconomic impact of that. What are the socioeconomic implications on things like housing, education, healthcare services, and does it affect the ability to attract business and investments?
So what we have to be careful of is, are we losing 8,000 cities? Are we losing wealth from Marion County? Meaning the socioeconomic factors to that are people leaving that are contributing to the taxes here in the city? Are we creating enough jobs for people to move up the mobility ladder where people are making more money to make up for that loss? So what kind of community are we building as far as, are we losing talent, meaning people who are leaving earners, right? And we're losing the earning power in our city, and we're not replacing them with earners as well. So it has a huge effect on our city as a whole, on how people look at our city as far as businesses located in Indianapolis, as far as the talent that's coming to our city to stay in our city. So looking at those numbers and saying, well, when we say Marion County is majority non-white, right? Are we saying that our white brothers and sisters in Marion County are leaving to the suburbs to start families? Are we replacing them with people who have the opportunity to earn more money so we can make up for that loss as well?
A very good question posed there at the end. I don't think we could have this conversation without asking you this. Are there challenges and opportunities that come up for businesses in Marion County as a result?
So there are huge challenges, right, when you lose that amount of people. But the good news is we are replacing. We have to create an environment that allows people to move up the ladder. We have to create an environment where people are making money. So as we lose, we're replacing with earners. I keep going back to that. So when we look at housing challenges, when we look at what we say affordable housing, so as we bringing people in, if they can't afford to live in Marion County because the cost of housing is so high, right? If they can't afford to raise their families here, we will lose them as well. So having a plan to deal with this, as I said, when we look at the numbers and recognize what's happening, creating a plan to say, okay, as we lose, how do we replace? How do we make sure we create an affordable environment for people to raise their families here and grow here in the city?
All right, excellent conversation. Unfortunately, we have to leave it there. That is Wish TV contributor Emil Ekiyor. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Discover more at wishtv.com. And when you follow Wish TV on Facebook, check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.